No children allowed. Gravity Falls is known for mixing comedy, drama, and horror. And today I want to analyze not only the most underrated episode, but it's the darkest and most wholesome episode of the show, Northwest Mansion Mystery. We saw with Pacifica's parents, Preston and Priscilla, respectively, preparing a party for, well, the other rich people, which they claim to be a diverse cast, which is actually just millions of billionaires. The queen of the hour herself, Pacifica, shows up. How her parents are hating on her because she wore a seafoam green dress instead of a lakefront green dress, even though she kind of likes it. Her dad demands her with a bell like she's a dog to go change. Just as she's about to do it, though, the objects that they're setting up start flowing and tries to beat their ass, which clearly means there is a ghost. Her dad spots a newspaper thrown by said ghost, showing Dipper Pines, who had become a local hero since he and his sister Mabel have captured various monsters terrorizing the town at that point. Pacifica goes to Dipper for help. However, he could get less of a damn because her and his sister Mabel have having beef ever since they arrived. Despite their beef, Mabel and her friends want to go to the party so they can hit on rich boys. So he accepts for her, and they arrive. Pacifica dresses her man up as a designer, and they head off to the main area, this hunting room, full of animal corpses. Obviously, this is haunted, Dipper says himself, although he claims that it's a Category 1 ghost playing pranks, and all they need to do is splash with some anointing water. And time for the scene that traumatized a generation. He goes looking for the ghost. Lumberjack disappears from the picture. Calls Pacifica. She looks up, animal blood dripping from the eyes and mouths, chanting, "Ancient sins, ancient sins." Thunderstorm happens in the house, cornered by the objects, and they realize it's not a Category 1, it's a Category 10. Pacifica is obviously freaked the fuck out, and this dumbass says it can't get worse than this. It does. A fucking skeleton comes out and tries to reach for them, and they do something small for once by ducking. He then grows flesh, revealing a giant hulking beast of a man, who then gets a blue ghost beard, revealing himself to be a lumberjack named Archibald Corduroy. Real quick, let's talk about this design. Underrated brilliance, single-handedly. Everyone talks about the shapeshifter, or the gobblewonker, or the summary trickster, but Archibald's design needs more credit. He looks fire in every shot that he's in. Everything with him in it looks cool as hell. The axe launched to his forehead, going to his brain, the bones showing, the way the ghost fire looks when he attacks. I don't know who made this design, but whoever did it, you deserve a raise, because this freakiness is awesome. He spawns an axe and goes to look for them. They read the journal for advice, but in a funny bit of dark comedy, says pray for mercy. Archibald finds her quickly and gives chase after trying to strike them. They go out to the garden and get mud on their feet. This is important. And Dipper finds out that in order to beat him, they need a silver mirror. They find a silver mirror. However, Pacifica doesn't want him going to the room because that's her parents' favorite room with her favorite carpet. They get into an argument, tumble in the basement, thinking they're safe. But then, in a memorable jump scare, Pacifica gets caught by Archibald. He prepares to slice her head off, but Dipper is not going to let anyone touch his new girlfriend. So he catches him in the mirror, and he saves his wifey and gets rewarded for a hug. And until she realizes what the fuck she's doing and then pays him to pretend it didn't happen. Northwest thanks Dipper for catching the girls, although Pacifica wants him to stay longer. After some cute flirting, he goes about his way. The ghost laughs at Dipper and mocks him, with him questioning what's the hell so funny since he defeated him. And then he reveals that the reason he's there is because the house is his. Because 150 years ago, he and his friends were asked to build the house. It took years of backbreaking labor and sacrifice, but they did it because the Northwest promised there would be a service to the town that they would throw a party for them. When it was party day, they refused to let them in despite them making it. Archibald and his friends were devastated. His friends go home, however he stands his ground. But, unfortunately, the trees are gone, so the mudslides happen. And then, while he tries to look around for help, his axe that he used to build the mansion hits a rock, goes flying, he looks up in fear, and then he gets it launched into his forehead, jamming into his brain. He falls in front of the manor, bleeding to death, using black magic to turn himself into a ghost, and curses the Northwest that if they don't do their promise in the next 150 years, he'll come back and kill them. The Northwest hear this, write the curse, pass it down from generation to generation. Dipper is furious hearing this. He goes back, no one takes him seriously, Pacifica cutely runs towards him, although her happiness turns into sourness after realizing that he found out what they did. Pacifica tries her best to explain what really happened and that she's being puppeteered, however, her father shuts her up. He gets in Dipper's face and tells him that they're doing this because they don't want to rub elbows with his kind. Dipper ends his relationship with Pacifica, calling her another link in the world's worst chain, much to her sadness. Despite being tricked, he tries to get rid of the ghost anyways because it can't exist. Archibald tries getting him to join him, and while he does hate the Northwest, he doesn't want to have him kill people, especially his sister Mabel. Tricking him into letting him up to see the trees one final time, Archibald uses his fire powers to light the mirror, and it breaks, and he's smarter, stronger, sharper, newer. He hits this clean-ass album cover pose, and while Preston's trying to do a toast, he breaks all the champagne, and he comes back with a new plan. Bringing the dead animals back to life and turning everybody into wood. Dipper arrives and overhears his ultimatum. One way to seal your fate, you open the party gates. Dipper goes to see Pacifica since she's the only one that can do this. However, she reveals to him the reason why his room was locked up. All the crimes her parents did, her family did over the years to keep their monies here. Lying to the Native Americans, robbery, unethical experimentation, poaching, just for wealth. And she's disgraced that she will follow suit. How Dipper tells Pacifica that he loves her all the same, and that no matter what, she doesn't need to become his parents. This ship is perfect. Unlike Wendy X Dipper, he doesn't treat her like a fetish, he treats her like a person and helps her redeem. And this is why I fucking love this ship so much, and it gets even better. After the two of them get back together, they go out and see that Archibald turned everybody into wood, including Dipper's sister Mabel. He tries fighting him, but Archibald is so angry that he didn't help him, so he kills him and turns him to wood, right in front of his girlfriend. Clock strikes 12. The force of death, a lesson learned, the Northwest Manor will burn. Pacifica gets his attention and they make a deal. She opens the gates to the town. He brings her boyfriend back to life. And so they trade off. Her parents come in hating, trying to stop her because they care more about their reputation than people dying, with them hiding in the panic room to avoid the ghost's wrath. He tries to get her back with the bell. Bell be damned. She is going to ride for her man. And so she does. Gates open. Archibald thanks her, becomes a guardian angel. And Pacifica gets her new boyfriend, and Dipper finally gets a girlfriend. Best Gravity Falls episode. You love emotion? You get it. You love horror? You get it. Want underrated masterpieces? You get it. This is without doubt my favorite episode of the show, and I've always loved it ever since I was little, even back then when this came on. Plus, we got the best relationship in Disney history. What's it not to like?